To God be the glory and praise. I would like to share to you one of my dreams that I had middle of the month of last year, and it has something to do with, I think, with what's going on right now. I saw myself walking on the street, and I was lining up with a group of people. I was walking on the street, but I am here in line with the people on the on the right side of the road, where you call the walkway, and we have set of people behind me, and on the opposite side of the road where the walkway is actually a set of Jewish people. They were also in one line, and we are all heading on the same direction. We're heading on the same direction. And all of a sudden, I was at the very front of this group on the right, and the leader of the Jewish people who are on the left side, they look at us, and then we suddenly gathered together at the middle of the road. And what we did is, it's like we knew each other. We just hug each other, we all hug each other as if we are, we know each and every one. So we hugged. Then all of a sudden, there's soldiers who came and get us. They took us and bring us to a camp. It's like us gathering together and hugging each other. It's like what these soldiers are thinking, we're creating trouble. So they said they want to get us because we're causing trouble, but we're just hugging each other. So anyway, they took us all in the camp, and all of my members were actually taken in one room, and there's like one major of the army was sitting in there, and he was like interrogating or asking questions to the other people. It's like they're my members, so they were asking them, and then I'm supposed to sit down with them, but the major, the guy told me, the head of the army told me, you don't belong here, you need to go to the other room, because I'm the head of the group. So I went to the other room. I found like few people, probably less than 10. They were seated in front of a very high-ranking official, and he was seated on his table, and other people were seated at the front. So I sat down on the chair also in front of his table, and I noticed that 2 or 3 of the people who were seated there, probably waiting for their turn, they get tired, so they stood up, and then they went out of the office. And all of a sudden, all I heard was gunshots. So I went out and tried to see what's going on. And I found these 2 or 3 people. One of them was actually inside her car, and the other 2 was standing. And then there were armies who were holding their guns and firing on them. And I saw this lady showing her ID. It's like I have a feeling that, she's like showing, this is my rights. I'm not doing anything. And she's showing her ID, her right being an American citizen. But what the army did is like, they just don't care about your rights. I think one of the guys just ran away, and then they just keep on shooting them. So I was so scared, and I was hiding, because I have the other guy who was an army watching over me. So they were like shot because they won't listen. So anyway, I went back because I was trying to look for my members. I want to know where they were. I went in the office, and I went to that place where they were being asked questions, and I can't find them there. So anyway, I was walking, and I found different rooms. And as I look at each room, rooms were empty. And finally, I reached this one room. The wall was made of glass, and I saw people there with you know, like the astronaut kind. They're like in white outfit, like they're the mask. You know, when people are having these virus diseases and everything, that they need to put the full mask gear on. That's how I saw people dress up in one of the room. They're all wearing white, all covered in that suit, and the room was all white. And I saw them sanitizing every part of the room from the wall, and they have those tables there. They're spraying and sanitizing everything. And I was wondering, I said, where are my people? Where are my people? And I was looking for them, and then it's like you don't have your exit out. So it's actually strange, but I was thinking about it. It's like showing me two kinds. It's like they're gathering people, they're gathering Christians, whether Gentiles or Jewish in descendants, and they're putting them in I don't know where. And all I know, they were all gone. They were all gone. One room, they're like sanitizing them, I don't know, for experiment or scientific reason. And the other one, they were just shot and they don't have the rights. So I don't know what it means, but all I know is that whatever it is, we have to be strong. We have to be focusing with the Lord. And just like what the Lord said, love your enemy. And even though it's so hard to do, we just have to forgive them and love them and leave the judgment in the Lord's hands. So God bless everyone.